Of course, Ms. Wilhoite, let me welcome you to the show this morning.
Well, thank you, Dr. Haney. Glad to be here.
And to tell you how glad we are to have you here this morning, Ms. Wilhoite, and to talk about the Tennessee Regulatory Authority and your situation as the Deputy Chief of Consumer Affairs and that agency of the Tennessee State Government. But before we get started on the authority, Ms. Wilhoite, let's have you to talk about Ms. VWilhoite, and to give us some information about your background, your education, and some of the things that eventually led you to the position that you now hold with the state of Tennessee. And then we'll get into some of the charges that you have dealing with your responsibility as the Deputy Chief of the Tennessee Regulatory Authority.
Okay. Well, thank you. And first I want to say thank you for allowing me to be here with you today. The background in reference to how I came to where I am now as the Deputy Chief of the Consumer Services and External Affairs Division. Started out really at Tennessee State University. I came here to attend Tennessee State and obtained my degree in Bachelor's of Business Administration. Thereafter I started one at a time, taking classes, working towards my master's, still working towards it. Put it on hold right now with a lot of things I have going on in my life, but nevertheless, working towards that master's I think is extremely important, and I'll continue to pursue that. But a part of me becoming the Deputy Chief, of course, allowed me to get to know people, working in the community, providing information to consumers that allowed them to make informed decisions. But when I started at TRA, as we call it, for Tennessee Regulatory Authority, it was not specifically as the Deputy Chief. I was a real estate appraiser, and that was extremely exciting. But I believe it gave the groundwork, it laid the groundwork for me to move on into the Consumer Services Division. As the real estate appraiser for the Tennessee Regulatory Authority, at that time it was called the Public Service Commission.
Okay.
I would travel throughout the state and meet with the assessor of properties. Our division was basically known as the 96th assessor, having 95 counties. So the 96th assessor, because we picked up the tax rolls for ad valorem tax purposes for the counties.
So this was the old Public Service Commission activity.
Absolutely, absolutely. Of course, through the reorganization of the agency, of course, it was still recognized that we need to provide information to consumers to help them make informed decisions. There were a lot of issues within the telecommunications arena that continue to require the need of a regulatory authority, and that is what happened. It sustained that reorganization, and it became the Tennessee Regulatory Authority, and I was allowed to be blessed to continue with that agency and become